なんで持ってるの飲みたいから持ってるの。And so what I'm saying is like, why are you grabbing your,
Why are you holding your drink? Because you want to drink it, you're holding it.
Yeah, and then 飲んで and so it continue endlessly.
So if you sing that to me, I have to drink?
Yeah.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Small Talk Japan. On this podcast, we talk about all things Japan in English. My name is Michi and these are my co-hosts.
Natsuki.
Hello.
We were just talking about Natsuki's father moving.
Yeah.
He moved from one apartment to another, a smaller apartment, right?
Yeah.
And you were busy doing what?
Slowing things away. Yeah.
What kind of stuff did he have?
Like normal family stuff, like all the dishes, all the furniture, all the curtain. My dad decided to move to the small apartment, and we used to live because he lives by himself. Actually, with my brother. But we used to be a big family. But like I got married, and my other brother got married, and my mom passed away, and becoming like smaller. So, but we had so much things in the house, so I have to, see what we need and what we don't need. So I just throw them away and then realized how much things that I have already. And I am thinking I'm not going to buy things if I really need.
If you're only going to buy things you really need.
Yeah.
And then we were talking a little bit about Marie Kondo.
Yeah.
And how she in Japanese they say tokimeki.
Yes.
What is it saying?
Sparkling joy.
Sparking joy.
Sparking joy.
I think it's spark joy.
How do you say danshari in English?
Danshari?
Danshari is like,
Throwing things away or
throwing
something?
throwing.
Unnecessary things?
Yeah, throwing unnecessary things away.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly like Marie Kondo did. That's what I did today.
Like, pick it up. What is it?
Which one do you want to know?
What does Marie Kondo say? Brings you joy?
I looked up danshari. That's decluttering.
Declutter.
Declutter.
Clutter is having too much stuff. D is like to get rid of the clutter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. One thing I'm like...
Spark joy.
Spark joy.
I think Marie Kondo says spark joy.
Spark joy.
Just Google Marie Kondo spark joy. I think it's spark joy.
And then one thing...
I think it's spark joy.
Okay. And one thing I got trouble with is pictures. We had so much family pictures. And at the time, like everybody did, we put, a big album and then put a lot of pictures, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's something I cannot throw away. But it's still big.
But wait, hold on. Can you just digitize the pictures and make them digital?
That's a good idea, but it's, troublesome to do it.
Yeah.
How do we do it? Like you open your album and,
I think you can take it to the camera shop.
Yeah, they do it for you.
They do it for you, but
Really?
I don't know how much is it. I think regular Japanese household, they have tons of albums. We got so much albums.
So much albums.
So it's a lot of pictures.
And it's heavy.
Yeah, I'm so glad that photos are digital now. Like before, remember we had to take film to the store and get them printed out in papers and put it in a book. It was
Yeah.
But anyway, you were talking about throwing away cups and stuff. And
Yeah, I did.
Like, how many cups did your father have?
A lot.
Why do you have so many cups and plates and stuff?
Maybe my mother liked to buy them when she was alive. Yeah, and then, like it was fashion. It was a thing that women buy like a lot of なんていうのコテラジーじゃなくてカテゴリーじゃなくて How do you say that? なんか家具じゃなくて皿のこと
Like plates? Dishes?
No, dishes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so many dishes. Maybe your mom too.
Yeah. No, we do have, well, I think she has extra plates. She's the type of person who can't throw away anything.
Your mother?
Yeah. So when I open the fridge, it's like, what do you call it? When the snow comes down, like... No, like, you know how when you make a loud noise in a snowy mountain, the snow...
Avalanche,
yeah. That would happen.
When you open the fridge?
Yeah, because she keeps, like, she just can't throw away stuff. Some people are like that, right? Mm-hmm. So...
Yeah, maybe my mom's generation.
My house, I don't have a lot of plates, but I have a lot of glasses for drinking. So like I have mugs for beer and I have champagne glasses for champagne and wine glasses for wine because like for me, drinking alcohol out of the correct glass is very important.
Yeah, that's good because you're still using them. I am talking about, I have a lot, like my family have a lot of plates, but they are only using part of it.
But I think that your family, when you had the big house before, because you guys had this giant house, you guys had parties.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably why you had the all the plates and everything for parties.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
Because I once went to Natsuki's old house with her father and everything, and it looked like a scene from The Godfather. It's like this giant Showa era house that's like we go up to the third floor, or maybe it's the second floor, I don't remember. And it's this giant room with like a miseyo na aircon. It's like a professional heavy duty air conditioner in there. And this gigantic television, and your father is sitting at the head of the table, and he's just giant man.
Yeah.
And there's this huge kitchen to the right. And I'm just like, where the hell am I? Like, it's like, it was a glamorous house.
Yeah, it was.
It was crazy.
But, you know, when the people went out from the house and he got lonely and he decided to move out.
Yeah, that's the thing is like when you have, that's why I don't ever want to have a huge house because when you're there by yourself, it makes it more lonely.
Right. And then he has, it's hard to take care of the entire of the house.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah. So maybe we say mansion, apartment in English.
If you buy it, it's a condo. If you rent it, it's an apartment.
Yeah, it's an apartment, but still the best.
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
A lot easier.
But getting to today's topic, I wanted to talk about drinking culture in Japan. Okay. And I wanted to talk about this because not only because I enjoy it, I love drinking, but I doing this corona problem, this pandemic, I feel like a lot of Japanese culture is kind of changing because of it. Because, you know, drinking is such a major part of the culture here.
Yeah.
It's part of business, it's part of family relations, it's part of everything. But recently with the stay home, like, you know, people trying to stay home and people not trying to go out and drink and Bonenkai, Shinenkai, all that stuff is like kind of canceled. The culture is kind of changing. But I wanted to talk about today what the culture was like before the pandemic.
Okay.
And how we got here. So first, drinking is a huge part of Japan.
Huge part of Japan.
Right?
Anywhere, alcohol.
Right, everywhere. I was shocked when I was a kid and I came to Japan the first time. You can buy alcohol from vending machines.
Yeah, it was like sold next to the soda and Coca-Cola vending machine too.
I barely see them recently.
Yeah, recently they don't.
Yeah, in front of liquor shop maybe.
Yeah, drink, even like cigarettes they sell on the vending machines.
Yeah, maybe convenience store happen and everywhere.
Yeah, I think everything.
Yeah.
Here's one big difference that I've also noticed. I have never been carded ever.
Carded?
They ask you for your ID.
Oh, okay.
This has never happened to me. Not even one time in Japan. I went home to Vegas in 2018. So at that time I was 35, I think. 35. And I go home and I get a drink from the bar and the lady says, "I'm sorry, sir, can I see your ID?" I'm like, "Bitch, I'm 35. And she's like, and I asked her, I was like, "How old do you think I am?" And she goes, "I don't know, you could be as young as 18. I look at her and I said, "Thank you." And I gave her a big tip. I've never been carded in Japan. It's never happened. Like every now and then when I buy something from the convenience store, it'll have a button on the screen. It says, "Are you over 20?" And you just press it. I could be 17 years old. That doesn't know. I mean, no one cares.
They would look at you though. They would look just to look.
Yeah,
Nothing else.
I have someone asked me, you have card in
When?
Japan. When I was 22 or 1, and I was so happy.
Really?
Yeah, so it happens sometimes.
No, like now, I think if you're not wearing if you're not wearing like a student's uniform, they just won't card you.
Or if they look really young, like teenager, maybe they ask them card.
But then, okay, here's another thing. Is like now that we're wearing masks all the time, like you have no idea.
Maybe, yeah.
It's
And
like
then we can buy, things from the internet, of course.
Yeah, like when you guys were kids, did your parents ever send you to the store to get alcohol?
Yeah, they did.
Right? That's it. You could do that before in Japan. Like a little girl would come up with money.
When I was 5, I did that.
God damn it. Wait, what did you go buy? Do you remember? Shochu?
Tobacco and beer. I thought I did a really good thing.
Your dad was like, go buy alcohol and cigarettes.
And
you're
then
like,
I give you a
"Okay."
change.
See, but that's the thing is like, it's not, alcohol doesn't have this taboo, like, it doesn't feel the same way it does in America. America, it's like, alcohol is like a really, I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you're drunk, it's really a big thing. It's a bad thing.
Yeah, okay.
Like when Abe's wife got drunk with Trump and like everybody's not drunk and only Abe's wife was really, really drunk. It was big news in America. It was
Really?
like, yeah, it was so embarrassing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Did you know about it?
I don't know.
Drinking is okay, but getting drunk is not okay in America. It's like it shows weakness.
So you cannot control
Yeah.
yourself.
But in Japan, CEOs and important people regularly get like blackout drunk
Yeah.
and they do stupid shit like they put their tie on their forehead.
Yeah.
And they like, what else do they do? Like, it's like they get out of control.
Yeah, I have seen many of my bosses throw out in front of me.
Throw up?
Yes, throw up. Just like Lion in Singapore. Do you understand? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big thing here.
Yeah, it's a culture.
It's a culture.
Yeah, but not as much. Before, like I think maybe back then, when the boss asks you to go out drink, then you must go.
Yeah.
There's no way you can say no.
Yeah, but it's still kind of that way now.
Yeah, but nowadays people come, but they won't drink. Some like younger generations nowadays, some people drink, but some they don't.
Yeah, some of the younger generations learn to say no. So, and then, older generation is surprised because, older generation, they didn't have right to say no when they were young.
So let me explain this really quick. In Japan, a lot of times work doesn't end when work ends. The workday ends and the boss will sometimes tell the younger people or the people below them, let's go out for a drink.
Yeah.
Which usually means continuation of work for the younger people because when they go out, the boss is going to get drunk. The younger people have to make his drink. They have to be all attentive to him. And like while they're drinking, he has to drink. It's like, it becomes like this longer work.
Overwork.
Yeah. But it's really important. It still kind of is really important to do that because a lot of work happens outside of the office. Like deals are made, decisions are made, plans are made, and that happens while drinking.
Yeah.
And actually, in fact, a lot of times when there's a B2B, a business to business like situation, you'll decide a bunch of things at the office. You go, okay, here's all the things that we've decided today. Okay, let's go out and have a drink.
Yeah.
That's when the real business happens. When you're drinking. You re-talk about the whole negotiation again, and you can change things and things, it doesn't get solidified until the drinks happen for a lot of business to business deals.
So yeah, you have you pamper them with all this good drinks, good woman, and But yeah, it was. I heard some stories. It was crazy back then.
Especially during the bubble, right?
Yeah, they has like I don't want to say it, but it's
okay. So there's a documentary from I don't remember who made it, but it's a Japanese documentary. It's called The Last Cabaret. There's a cabaret I think in Ginza or somewhere in Tokyo where it's like an actual cabaret show. And when they show you pictures from back in the bubble, it was crazy. Like guys would just throw ichiman yen satsu, these like $100 bills for Japan, just at the women. Like they're like $1 bills. I mean, it was nuts.
Yeah, back then.
Back then.
But even today, I think when it comes to like the business to business deal, whenever they go out and drink, they have certain clubs. They call it clubs here with high class hostess clubs. They would take them there, to show them good times.
So let's explain what this is for a lot of people who don't know. In Japan, there's a kabakura, which is Japanese for cabaret, but it's not really cabaret. And then there's club. What these are drinking clubs. They're just basically like a lounge. You go there and you pay by the hour, and it's just you and your business friends, and then there's women that are supplied at these places. If you go to a kabakura, they're like low cut, they show them the boobies, they're kind of usually dumb girls who they're like, kabi, 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 ha, 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 they're talking to you, but there's no sex. It's just talking over drinks. And when the girls drink, you have to buy them their drinks. Even though they're working at this establishment, you buy them their drinks at their workplace. And the reason why those girls are there is because they kind of act as like, lubrication for the conversation. They make things easier for the guys to talk to each other. Or it's a place where lonely guys go when they don't have a chance to meet women, especially if they work in an office environment where it's just men all day. They go there to talk to girls and feel like they're like men. Mm-hmm. And it can be really expensive. Clubs are the same thing as a kabakura, except they're higher class. The women are usually wearing more formal dresses.
Like prom dress.
Like a prom dress. Or they're wearing a kimono. Mm-hmm. And those women tend to be smarter. They usually read the newspaper or several newspapers so they can talk to the guests about anything, including business and economic stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's a much more expensive situation. Mm-hmm. So that's what a kabakura and club is in Japan.
Yeah.
There's also vice versa for girls to go. It's called the host club. So basically the girls would go. There's a bunch of men there, usually like good-looking man, and, give service.
But the weird thing about those places, Natsuki, have you ever been to a host bar?
Actually not, and I wish I wish to go once.
The majority of the customers of host bars are the workers at the hostess bars.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So the girls who work at the kabakura or the club get off of work and then go to the host bar because they kind of take a little bit of abuse at their job because the customers can just say and do basically whatever they want and the girls have to laugh and smile about it. And so they get a lot of stress. Then they go to the host bar and take out the stress on the boys.
Have you ever been to host club?
No. Oh, God, no.
No.
I've seen no.
The guys,
Why would I?
The guys aren't even like what I would consider good looking. Like in America, we have like Chip and Dale, and like we have those kind of clubs where the guys are macho, six pack, and they're men. The guys at hostess bars look like women. They have this stupid like garuo hair, and they're wearing their shiny suits. And why would you pay for that?
Because maybe some girls think those guys are cute.
Yeah,
so.
those guys. I mean, I think what they want is they just want someone to like
party.
Listen. If somebody listens to them, they're happy. They spend so much money. They basically put all their money into these host people. Like, it's crazy.
They treat you like princess.
Yeah, and then they'll also, because it's a drinking job, a lot of these people at these bars and stuff, they'll like buy champagne, right? So the customers and the host or the hostess will drink the champagne, go to the toilet and throw it up, and come back and keep going. It's crazy. I mean, this is less now than it was before, but yeah.
And I hear that, people who go to host club, they have their favorite boy there, and then they wanted to support them.
It's the same thing with hostess.
Oh, yeah.
Kabakura always try to get your line.
Oh, okay.
And so like so when you go home, they'll send you, what is it called? Mame? They'll send you mail. They're like, I think it's called mame.
Really?
Yeah, the next day mail. Like they'll send you a mail and be like, oh, it's now autumn and the leaves are changing and the weather is cooling. I hope that you're genki ne. They'll just send you a freaking mail that who cares? And it's like sent to all of their people on their mailing list.
Yeah.
And it's to get you to think about them so you go and see them again at the club.
It's kind of like imitation love. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah, fake love.
Fake love.
You're paying for love.
Yes.
In addition to that, there's one more type of place in Japan. It's called a snack.
Okay.
Can you guys tell me what a snack is?
Snack. Okay, there are some ladies, but the ladies are kind of oba-chan. Older. And then they sing karaoke there.
Yeah, so
Kyabakura sing karaoke too.
some of them do, but
I cannot explain the
I think snack
difference.
is like a smaller version. It's usually like a bar counter, and then they usually have a mama-san who's the like a owner, and then maybe like one or two girls working there. But usually it's like, you know,
Casual.
very casual.
But what's the difference between snack and kyabakura? I mean, lounge or kyabakura.
okay, so at Kabakura, you usually pay by the hour, and the girls rotate.
Oh, right.
So the girl will come talk to you for 15 minutes, and then like they rotate. They get a new girl, and then you get a new girl.
Okay. The purpose of going to kyabakura is to see many girls.
Well, younger, cuter, boobs out girls.
Okay.
Talking about things because they're stupid. They don't really talk about anything interesting. But
Okay.
anyway, that's more expensive, and then more girls, and usually younger girls. Snack is what you said, like usually those Kabakura girls grow up and make a snack.
That's true.
Let me explain to you 99% of all the snack bars in Japan. You've got a mama-san, okay, who is usually a single mom. And you've got
That's funny.
she's going to be in her 50s or 60s.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have her 30 or 40-year-old daughter working at the same bar, and she is divorced with a child. That's every single snack bar you've ever been to. You got the mama-san, her divorced daughter working in the same place. And if you're really lucky, that divorced daughter's daughter is also working there. That's what a snack bar is.
Not 100%.
Yeah.
90% of them.
It's
Not 90.
it's
Maybe 30.
everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere.
It's not just in the city. Okay, like the Kabakura is mainly in the city, but if you go out like where I live, not where I live, but let's say like a smaller town, like more in the countryside, they still have lots of snack because it's just, you know.
And it's cheap.
Yeah.
So you pay seto ryokin, you pay this one price, usually like 3,000 yen, so like $30. And then they give you like some snack food to eat. That's why it's called a snack.
That's why it's called snack.
Welcome
I didn't
to
know
Japan. So it's they give you snack food. It's why it's called a snack. And it's usually nomi hodai, all you can drink. And then like Natsuki said, there's usually karaoke there for some reason. And that's what it is. So you basically, if you're an old guy, you go to dinner somewhere, and then afterwards you go to the snack to talk to your favorite mama-san, or her divorced daughter, or her daughter's daughter.
that. Sounds like fun.
Yeah, and that's a snack. And they're usually like, you know, you go in there and you'll almost always hear like show tunes from like the 1970s, like enka. And like you'll see drunk people singing, and it's smoke filled, and you know, it's a snack.
It's amazing how much this country offers so much service to men. So many different levels of satisfaction in this country. But
I like to go to snack.
yeah.
I do too. I like snacks. I think they're funny.
Yeah, but I was thinking why there are so many snacks or lounge or many alcohol places here in Japan is because I guess Japanese people are basically shy. And then they need alcohol to communicate.
I think
people.
that's why it calls. You guys say nomunication, like
yeah,
drinking.
nomunication.
Nomu is drink. Communication. Nomunication.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why we have a lot of places like that, and then I was thinking, what did I do when I was young, And then do you know koru?
No.
No, koru is like maybe in English chug. Iki. So like many young generation, like when people in college, they have a lot of like drinking party, and then they wanted to immediately as quickly as possible
Get drunk. Yeah.
So we have a lot of drinking songs.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay.
So, drinking games by country is really interesting. Tell us some about the Japanese drinking games.
Okay, drinking game is like anything is possible. Like if you okay, I researched some newest game.
Okay.
And then it was aburi karubi. Did you know it?
Arubi.
Aburi karubi.
Yeah, I
And
heard.
you know it?
I heard.
Karubi is what, the meat?
Yeah, but it's not about meat. It's about like
Saying it correctly.
yeah, saying it correctly.
I think it keeps adding on. Aburi kaburi, and the next person. Aburi kaburi.
Aburi karubi. Aburi karubi.
Aburi karubi. So if you can't say it correctly, you have
drink.
to drink.
Yeah.
Huh.
Like aburi kalbi. Aburi kalbi.
I guess it's like
You couldn't even say it.
I guess it's like tongue twister.
Yeah, tongue
Arubi
twister.
karubi.
Aburi karubi.
And then if you made a mistake, you have to drink your, drink at once.
You have to chug your drink.
Yeah, you have to chug your drink. When you chug, we need song like grab your, cup.
Yeah?
なんで持ってるの？知ってるこの歌。Do you know
知らない
this?
What is-
なんで持ってるの？なんで持ってるの？飲みたいから持ってるの。And so what I'm saying is like, why are you grabbing your,
Why are you holding your drink? Because you want to drink it, you're holding
Yeah,
it.
and then 飲んで、and so it continue endlessly. Do you know?
So if you sing that to me, I have to drink?
Yeah. なんで持ってるの？なんで持ってるの？飲みたいから持ってるの。And then you finish it, and then here's another cup, and then 飲んで。So it continues. And then you
Yes.
get drunk
Yeah, yeah,
immediately.
yeah. It's a very, sometimes it's a battlefield. Sometimes.
I once
Battlefield.
played with younger kids, younger college kids. They were like, I think we also do this in America. They're like, it'd be like, for example, Toyota.
山手線ゲーム。Yeah.
And if you say the same word twice, then you have to drink. It's like categories.
Yeah, and so if you lose it, and then people sing the song like I just sang.
There was another game that I can't remember the rules, but we sit in a circle and it has something to do with like numbers and you skip a person as you go around. I forgot what it was.
Go back jump.
Go back jump. That's what it is. Yeah, yeah,
What is
yeah.
it? Go back jump.
Go back jump. Go back jump. So if I say go, go back. So if I say go, you have to say go back or jump.
Ah,
if you
I see, I
jump,
see.
you skip a person.
I see. You want to
Yeah.
play? Go back jump.
So wait. So explain the rules again. So like we sit in a circle.
Yeah, we say go back jump. Go back jump. Go
Back.
jump.
Then I have to say something.
You have to say go back or jump.
And then whoever fucks it up, then
Whoever fucks it up, they have to drink.
Yeah, and then 飲んで。
Yeah.
So people go crazy.
So back when I had college students as students, okay, I taught them in Kagoshima Daigaku, Kagoshima University. I taught one of the girls how to play Beiru or beer pong.
Okay.
I taught her the rules and everything. And then I heard from another student that it became this giant thing in the campus where
Oh,
like all the
really?
kids were playing
Oh, really?
beer pong at the university.
Really? But maybe after they lose, they sing song like that.
Maybe, I don't know. But like I just like to feel proud that I brought the drinking culture of America to Kagoshima University.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Legend.
Yeah.
A lot of games.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, I know a lot of drinking songs.
It was fun.
I mean, and also there's also local drinking culture. For example, in Yoron Island here in Kagoshima,
Yoron
Kenpo.
Kenpo. That's the most dangerous thing.
Now in Corona, it's dangerous.
Yeah.
But it's, can you explain what it is?
I cannot explain. Can you?
It's the one where you have a sake
Bowl.
Yeah,
and
it's
it
a
has
shochu though.
has a hole on the bottom.
On the
That's the
bottom.
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also one. It's like
Big.
pointy, so you can't put it down.
Yeah, so
so
there's-
you gotta keep drinking.
So there's two Yoron Kenpo. There's one that when you get off the plane, they give you a bowl and everybody drinks from it. And you share this bowl. And like Heiser was saying, sometimes it has a hole, so you have to keep holding it and pass it.
Yeah.
Because if you let go, then it pours out. So you got to keep drinking until you finish it. Everybody drinks it. So in Corona, that's really dangerous.
Yeah, because of Corona, that's very dangerous. But it gets drunk.
Yeah, because they're also drinking kokuto shochu, the brown sugar shochu. So like, yeah, you get effed up, man. You get really drunk.
And then you cannot say no when you got somebody to offer.
Yeah. You have to say yes.
Because if you say no, that's rude.
And then the other thing that Hayato was talking about is, in Yoron especially, they make these cups that can't be set down. You can't sit them down. So you have to hold them the whole time. So it makes you drink more.
So it continues eternally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There isn't so much because in the countryside or island, there's not so much of like
Something to do.
you. Also, like it's not your own pace. They make your pace.
Yeah, they make your pace.
They look at your glass. Oh, it's empty. Here, drink more. There's not really like, I'll order when I'm done. No, it's like you keep drinking.
Yeah. And then those people are usually very shy. They don't really speak. But when they become drinking session, of course, they drink a lot of, alcohol. And then they get so cheer and noisy. But that's how people get along with each other.
And also, I want to talk about Izakaya culture.
Okay.
I think that Izakaya culture should spread all over the world. I love it. It's like an Izakaya is a Japanese pub. I guess you could call it a pub.
Dining bar, kind of?
Yeah, it's like basically, think about it as a restaurant, except the purpose of this restaurant is not fine dining like a French restaurant or an Italian restaurant where you tablecloth and you got all your silverware. No. It's much more gachiri. It's like just kind of more basic foods. And you basically have like a shared plate in the middle of the table. Everybody takes food from there. You get anywhere from 5 to 7 to 8 dishes in one go. So they'll start with like edamame, then they'll bring like sashimi, then they'll bring like, salad or whatever. It's like a whole course meal. And while you're there, you usually have nomi hodai, so it's all you can drink for like 2 hours or so. So the point is to eat delicious food while getting hammered. And it's great. But the one big difference about that culture and bar culture is that in izakaya, you go with your group and you stay in your group. You don't really mix with the other people. So it's like, you go with the people that you want to hang out with. I feel like bar culture, especially in Europe and America, you and a friend go to a bar, but you go probably thinking you're going to meet new people.
Oh, really?
So you're going to mix around with other people and stuff. But in the izakaya culture in Japan, you go with your group. And that's why you get things like gokon, which is like a group blind date where you get like 4 girls and 4 boys who go to an izakaya together and they like meet each other for the first time. And then like the people who hit it off like hook up and stuff.
And that's where you play the game.
And then
drinking game.
Yeah, and then drinking, singing drinking songs.
But
the most awkward thing in the world is watching a gokon in the first like 10 minutes. Because everybody's stone cold sober and they just met each other. And so sometimes I'll see like a neighboring table that's like that. And you're like, ooh, that's cringy. And then you wait. And then all the people at the table start getting drunk. And then it's fun.
Yeah. So you don't see many drunk people in America? No?
Not like Japan where it's rampant. Like people like stumbling around and it's kind of funny. Like when you get passed out drunk in Japan, people are like, oh, ho, 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 ji-chan, omoshiroi ne. And like, they wouldn't do that in America. They'd be like, oh my God, grandpa's drunk again. Oh my God. It's like a different reaction.
Oh.
You're not supposed to get drunk in America. Well, I mean, people do. I did. But like, you know that you're doing something kind of bad. In Japan, people go out to drink to get drunk. That's the goal.
Yeah. My husband went out drinking and he couldn't come home and he slept in the park. And the next morning he comes home.
That is
home.
So regular. It's so common. Yeah, seeing people sleep outside.
Yeah. But I hear that's, we are here in Kagoshima is a southern part, so never get really cold, right? So one of my friends transferred to north area and then he slept in the park and then he got really cold and then people see him very stupidly.
Yeah.
So maybe, people living in north area of Japan don't really sleep in the park.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, if I see people sleeping outside in the wintertime here in Kagoshima, I wake them up and tell them to go home.
Okay. But
Because
still,
it's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, but, still they're alive.
There was one time, oh man, where this guy, anyway, he had a bicycle and he was like stumbling and he just fell over.
Yeah.
Him and his bicycle. And so like I called a taxi and then I removed the front because his front tire would come off of the bicycle and put it in the trunk, put him in the taxi and so he could go home. And I didn't know who this guy was. But then like the next day he comes to my workplace to thank me.
Oh, really?
He's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, dude, it's fine. Just
by the way, drinking and riding bicycle is illegal.
Well, he was walking.
Yeah, okay.
He was walking the bicycle, but he wasn't walking very easy. Yes, riding a bicycle after drinking is illegal.
Yeah. But, and that's many Japanese people like to drink, and then I have seen many people got sick. I mean, how do you say 急性アルコール中毒 in English?
Suddenly
Alcohol poisoning.
alcohol poison. Yeah, alcohol poisoning.
Alcohol poisoning. So I have called ambulance like twice or third time when friend got sick and he or she couldn't move
Couldn't move.
So I called the ambulance.
Yeah.
Went to the hospital.
I think that happened so many times. Now they kind of give you the stop, like, hey, it's called the aruhara. Like,
Yeah,
that's
alcohol
called
harassment.
alcohol harassment. Please don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, what is aruhara? Talk about that, Hayato.
alcohol harassment is basically you forcing someone to drink even though they don't want to, right? But since it's like just like what I said, like if you're a boss, if the boss says drink, then there's no way of saying no in Japan. So they drink and then they get sick and then like hospital, ambulance, blah blah. So
It not only happens between boss and boss
And subordinate.
yeah, subordinate. Even like friend and friend, we play a lot of like drinking game and drinking songs and drinking chugs and some.
Your dad aruhara me. We were sitting at your house.
Your dad aruhara me.
And he looks at me. He had this bottle of whiskey. No, I did. And then he wanted it, and he just took it and he just drank it. And he's like, "Why don't you drink? You drink some more. You drink some more." He kept telling me.
Yeah.
But that's his way of love. Like he's just having fun, and that's how he knows how to play.
Yeah.
But oh man, your dad is so Showa. I love that guy.
You just said he aruhara you.
Well, because he's like drink, because he wants me to get drunk.
Yeah, but it's good that you can drink. But some people are not good at drinking, alcohol. But still, they, are forced to drink, or they cannot say no because everyone is having fun.
This is a big advantage for me in business. This is why I can make a lot of business deals. Is because if I go drinking with business people, I'm always way more sober than they are.
Yeah.
Because my alcohol tolerance is so high that I'm looking at them like a shark, sober, and they're drunk, and we're talking business.
Yeah.
That happens all the time.
So sometimes good, sometimes not good.
yeah. So maybe, but not, I think maybe recently it's changing.
Yeah.
So a lot of young generations are not drinking as much.
Don't you guys feel like we're like the last generation that enjoys drinking?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Of course, some of younger generation are like us, but getting less.
Much less. Like 10 years ago when I was in Japan, the streets were filled with young people.
Yeah.
But now those younger people are older and married and they don't come out. And then the younger generations just stay home.
Or they just want to have their private party, like inside of karaoke box or, not like a public space.
Speaking of that, what about Bonenkai? We're coming up on Bonenkai season soon. Bonenkai is a end of year party. It means to forget the year party. Now, this year, we're probably not going to see many Bonenkais because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
But can you tell us can you guys explain what is Bonenkai?
Just like you said, go, sing, just,
Who does it? Who does it?
Who? Everyone. Like companies, with friends, with family.
And when you do it with your company, how is it? Because I'm the leader of my company, so when we do Bonenkai, it's not really stressful for me.
Okay.
But I hear big companies when they do Bonenkai can sometimes be stressful.
It depends on people. I enjoy it.
You enjoy it?
Yeah. And some company rental a big hall in the hotel and they do have a big party, and then just look back the things that they did in the year.
Yeah.
And the president speak a good speech and try to welcome the new year. So Bonenkai is maybe bigger than Christmas here in Japan.
Yeah, I think Bonenkai is the number one season for going out and drinking in Japan.
It's also huge. I don't know about you guys, your company, but usually it's the last day of work, which is the 28th.
Right.
When we had the Bonenkais before. So that kind of feel like, okay, this is the end of work this year. And it's just
forget
forget
about
about it and it's welcome. And then we have the Shinenkai, which is like New Year welcome party. But
so we have a lot of reason to drink.
Yeah.
Yes, we do create a lot of reasons.
Yeah, we do create a lot of reason to drink.
Yeah.
You guys drink at weddings. Like not like the wedding, but like in the Shinto shrine. Like you'll sit there and everybody gets their little shot of sake.
Oh, yeah.
Which is really confusing to me because it's illegal to drive after you drink. But I see massive amounts of people go to the shrine, drink, and then drive afterwards.
Maybe they pretend to drink.
Yeah, I think they're pretending. I don't think... I don't think
because
nobody would break a rule.
drinking and driving is very
Yeah, it's huge in Japan. Like it's like a very hard rule. Do not drive after drinking. Like it's zero tolerance here.
Yeah. So maybe inside of the thing is just water.
Maybe. Because I was there. I didn't drive, but I was at a Shinto wedding and I drank it and I was like, oh, that's gross. I don't remember what it was. Maybe shochu or something, but sake or something.
Maybe sake.
And then like I remember like, oh, it's a good thing I didn't drive here.
No.
But like people were driving. I was just like, maybe they had water. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe they have water.
But everything has alcohol in it. Like when you do the goaisatsu, for example, with the first meeting of like the fiance's family, there's drinking. You share sake, and there's just all these different things that require alcohol.
Yeah. It's not in the United States?
Well, it depends on the people. Like, I think most of the time when you do goaisatsu, or if you meet the parents, meet the family, I mean, it could be as simple as lunch.
No wine or no beer?
But yeah, it's a must to drink in Japan.
It depends on the family, though. But yeah, alcohol, makes people happy occasion. There are many alcohols, yeah.
I mean, I enjoy it because I'm a drinker, but man, if you are not a drinker and you come to Japan, it's gonna be tough.
Of course, you can say no.
But
some people sober and they're good as drunk people too. So,
yeah, I don't know. I just think it's really good though, like in Japan, because drinking is such a part of the culture that the food goes really well with the drinking too.
Yeah. I think back in the days, they would drink one cup of sake and then the new food would come. It's called now we say kondate, but back then, so basically this sake, drink, new food, drink, new food, drink. So each cup they would bring out new food. They say kondate, which means menu.
Okay,
it means menu, but
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. It's just the sake and also the food. It's very good combination.
Yeah, now we say pairing.
Pairing. Yeah, pairing food with sake with alcohol. Then there's also I love this too. You go some izakaya, you go and you order sake, and they put the glass in a little box, and then they pour in the sake, and then they over pour and the sake flows out of the glass into this little box. And the idea is that it's a weird concept, but it's like they made a mistake. I'm so sorry I accidentally put too much in there. If you want it, you can have it. Kind of feeling like they're giving you extra. Instead of just giving you a larger glass, it's the show of putting the smaller glass in a box, in a wooden box, and then overpouring it, and then having the box also filled with sake.
Yeah.
It's a really interesting thing to watch. And you're like, why don't you just put it in a bigger glass? Like, it doesn't have it there. It's a feeling that you're getting this service.
Yeah. Maybe some countries, like I have friends living in Thai, and then they are not in Thai. Maybe people think that drinking alcohol is a not good thing.
It's a bad thing.
Bad thing. But so my point is, Japan, drinking is a maybe good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, because
it depends on the country.
Yeah, because Muslim countries, for example, they don't drink.
Oh, okay.
And in America, we had prohibition. That's a hard word. We had the alcohol was illegal for I think 10 years or something.
Oh.
And so there's a lot of, because of the really hardcore Christian roots of the history of America, some people have a bad image of drinking and getting drunk. I mean, of course, that's changing now. But in Japan, there's no real taboo feeling around drinking.
So, okay. So you mean if we go to outside of Japan, I mean, let's say America, and if we get really drunk like we do in Japan,
Yeah.
people see them like very like strangely?
They'll either think you're crazy or be scared because they think that something will happen to you because you're so drunk.
Oh, I see.
So in almost all cases, like in America, if someone is really, really visibly drunk and they ask for another drink, the bartender has to say no.
Oh, really?
Because if they don't say no, then the bartender is responsible now for that person's whatever happens to them.
Oh, I see. So when you saw crazy Japanese drunk people in Japan, when you saw them first time, what did you think?
I was used to it because, like, you know, I came here when I was 14 and I saw that and I was just like, oh, I guess that's Japanese style.
Oh, really?
So I didn't really care. But like a lot of, you know, other country people, when they come here, it's kind of shocking at first. But it's normal to me.
Oh, okay.
The red face thing was weird. I didn't know. I guess I kind of knew that it happened because I had an Asian friend in America who turned red when she drank. But I didn't know that it was such a big thing.
Oh, okay.
So for those of you who don't know, this is called the Asian flush. I think it's called Asian flush. It's like something of like 30% of all Mongol-blooded people, so people from China or that area, they lack an enzyme to break down alcohol. What's it called, Josh? Asian flush? They lack an enzyme to break down alcohol, and so when they drink alcohol, they turn red, they get itchy, they get sleepy.
That's an Asian thing.
It's
I
only
didn't know.
Asians.
Oh.
People with Mongol, I think it's Mongoloid or Mongol blood. It's the same thing that you guys also have the Mongol spots on your butt when you're born. Yeah, you get the little for other people who don't know this. Some Asian people, when they're born, they get little brown, they look like bruises, not brown, purple bruises on their butt. And then they usually go away at some point when they get older. And that only happens to Asians.
Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to drink. That's the thing.
Really?
Genetically.
Really?
I don't think we're strong.
Oh.
So compared to like Western,
Yeah.
like Europeans or something.
Yeah.
But we still drink.
Yeah, when Western people come to Japan, when we had a World Rugby, tournament, they drink beer like crazy.
Okay, rugby players and rugby fans are a special breed.
Oh, really?
They are crazy.
Oh, really?
We can't. Okay, soccer players, football people, and rugby people. Those are just a different type of human.
Oh.
They're just different. They're just crazy.
Aren't you going to be in trouble?
No, I mean in a good way. I love those guys.
Okay.
They do drink a lot though.
Yeah. People in Japan, very surprised to see, they drink so much beer.
And so that's actually a thing though. Okay, so in the West, you have to pay for every glass that you drink.
Okay.
So I feel like the drinking pace in the West is a lot slower.
All right.
In Japan, it's almost like a challenge to see how much you can drink in your 2 hours.
Yeah.
With your all-you-can-drink service. Mm-hmm. So those big guys come here and then they hear the magic words, no mi hodai.
Or you can drink.
And then they're just like, holy shit, I'm going to try to drink as much as I can in 2 hours. So these giant men who aren't used to drinking that fast drink a ton, and then because they're giant, and drunk, it's a problem.
Okay.
It's like having an out of control elephant in the room. You're like, you can't. What are you gonna do with it?
Out of control elephant.
No, and then like they're not used to drinking that much, and the Japanese staff that are not capable of containing this problem.
Okay.
And so sometimes this happens.
They do get drunk, huh? Like in public. That happened like a couple times already. Or started fights and stuff.
Because I'm telling you, I don't think they're used to drinking like we do in Japan.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean? Like, dude, when you're in America, you buy a drink, it's like $7. You buy another drink, it's $7. Like you're constantly paying money. Where in Japan, they're like, dude, when I first got here, and they're like, no mi hodai. I'm like, what's that? They're like, you can drink as much as you want in 2 hours. I'm like, challenge accepted.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So I think it's the two cultures when they come together there, it's like it's a problem.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I miss drinking games. I want to play again.
Can I end with one thing?
Yeah.
Why do all you Japanese people drink a beer and then drink this drink that you really want to drink?
I think maybe because beer considered to be expensive back in the days. So it's like doing a cheers with beer. It's like,
Is that what it is?
I heard that from
Because
somewhere.
everybody drinks a beer.
Everybody does.
The first drink is always beer.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like shochu or highball or whatever.
It's so weird because like people who don't like beer will be like, oh, can I have a small beer, please? I'm like, you don't even like beer. It's like, oh, it's for the kanpai. It's for the cheers.
Yeah. I never think of it
Yeah,
before.
I think beer is like something that's like considered something that's expensive. So it's like, you know, everybody drinks beer at the start. So
Yeah. Or like, maybe some company made it that way. Like, KFC. Christmas
somebody
for KFC.
started it.
Yeah, somebody started it. Campaign.
Maybe. Anyway, I just think it's really funny. And then one more thing I want to talk about before we close here. Paying for drinking is really interesting in Japan.
Paying?
When you pay.
Paying.
Because the senpai almost always covers the kohai's expense.
That's troublesome.
The-
because I'm getting older. I have to pay for my younger friends.
The older person pays for the younger people.
Yeah.
And so like when you go out drinking, the older person it's really expensive for you. Because it's like, especially if you go out, like if I take my staff out, for example, it's always like, paying for everyone. And it can get like, it's like $200 just one place.
thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
It's like,
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
but
much.
you guys are getting older and you're going to have to do it, right? You're doing it now.
Right.
I won't take anybody.
Yeah, it gets expensive.
Yeah. Even, young friends who are, earn more money than I do, it makes me feel like I have to pay for them.
Because they're younger.
Yeah.
One thing that's really interesting to me too is the warikan, the splitting the bill. In most foreign countries, like you just pay for what you eat and what you drink. In Japan, it doesn't matter what you ate or what you drank. When you leave with your group, you split the bill evenly amongst everybody. Because the idea is that you're not paying for the things that you ate and drank. You're paying for the experience. So there's no like looking at the menu and seeing who ate what and splitting it up like that.
Right. Yeah, we do that.
So sometimes that confuses a lot of foreign people when you go out together with Japanese people and they're like, okay, it's 3,000 yen per person. And then somebody will be like, well, I didn't drink anything. It's like, it doesn't matter. We're splitting it evenly. But I didn't drink anything. It's like, it becomes kind of like a cultural difference.
Yeah. Unless you go to Joyful. That's a restaurant.
Family restaurant.
Yeah.
Is it Joyful is like Applebee in America?
Applebee's.
Applebee's.
Kind of like that, yeah.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
That's kind of a little annoying.
Okay.
When everyone's drinking beer, you always have to look out for empty glass to pour it for them, which is something like, it's kind of annoying sometimes. Can I just drink my own?
Okay.
But they're like, no. Here, let me do it for you. You know what I mean?
You don't want somebody to pour your...
Yeah, I just want to drink. But they're like, no, let me do it for you. And I have to do the back.
It happens.
So
it happens.
in Japanese culture, the kohais, the people below, ranking lower, have to pour the drinks for the senpais. And so if you notice that their cup is empty, you have to go over in there and put beer or shochu or something in their glass.
Yeah, they believe that's a good manner.
Right. But I feel the same way, Haito. I don't think that you should have to pour other people's drinks. It gets annoying.
Yeah, especially like at the wedding. Because
Yeah.
the beer comes in a
Bottle.
glass bottle. I'm like, I don't want to drink beer because I have to pour for everyone.
Yeah, it becomes work, right? It is.
But yeah.
One other thing, and this is
We cannot finish.
this is one other thing. Kanpaiing. Like if okay, so let's kanpai with our Starbucks. So if you're higher level than me, I have to I have to do this. I have to cheers. I have to like put my cup lower than her cup.
So when it happens...
Wait, we have to start up here. It goes like this.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and everybody goes to the floor trying to like be more humble than the person in front of you. It's really annoying.
Oh my goodness.
And then what people do now is they'll reach with their other hand and push up their glass and then kanpai.
Yeah.
And you're like, you guys are just trying too hard. Stop it.
That's our culture.
And
Welcome to Japan.
you say, oh, while you're doing it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Japan.
Yep.
Last one. I swear, this is the last one.
I swear.
I swear, this is the last one. When you're doing what Hayato was talking about, and you're pouring the beer for the person, and then the person wants you to stop pouring, what do you say?
なんていうの
Like to stop?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just say ありがとうございます. I just say thank you.
It's
Ah.
it's like the stop pouring sound.
言うよね。I don't know why, but おっとっとっとっとって言うよね。
You know.
That is the I'm finished. You don't need to keep putting liquid into my glass sound effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also tilt your glass because it gets real bubbly.
All right, guys, that's been our show. If you guys have any drinking games at home that you want us to know about from your country, you can let us know in a comment below. That's been the show today. Let's go get a drink. Let's go get a drink.
I can teach you many drinking songs.
Yeah, we should play. We should play.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye.
Hey everyone, Josh here. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Small Talk Japan. Small Talk Japan was filmed and recorded in Kagoshima at Story Studios. This week's episode stars Michi, Natsuki, and Hayato. The audio is done by Hayato and is produced by me, Josh, and is executive produced by Michi. Hair services provided by Drops Hair Temonkan. This week's episode is sponsored by Stapleton A. Kaiwa. Leave a comment below and let us know what you think of the show. Thanks again for watching, and if you enjoyed the show, click here to subscribe and click here to watch more. See you next time!